With respect to the NHL, yes, they have a very detailed plan for their hub city model, and once they get to that point, it's that phase in the in their proposal, and I will say that this is all a proposal, and that there was a requirement to see if these would meet potential criteria for something that would happen much later in the summer. And the proposal is absolutely that there would be small numbers for each team, under 50 and likely less than that. So in terms of trainers and coaches and players, the number would be small. They would be in their bubble for the entire time that they're here, so not just 14 days. It would be maintaining essentially a work quarantine or a modified, like we have, for example, with temporary foreign workers, with some of the other workers that we have here, or if people are coming home and in a family environment and quarantining in their family environment. So they had a very rigorous testing protocol, but more importantly, they have a screening protocol that reviews health status every day, multiple times a day, etc. And then it would be, they have proposals for where people would stay. They would be in separate areas without mixing and mingling with other teams, as well as transportation to and from the facility. So it was a very detailed, well thought out plan that did not involve families coming for the players at that time. It also included how all the different people that would make it work would be in minimum numbers, etc. So I was confident that if we're at that point when we could allow that type of an event to happen in August or September, that Vancouver would be an appropriate place to do that, and we could do it meeting those criteria very safely. The other part of it, of course, would be the partnership with public health. So if somebody did test positive, there would be a plan for how that team would all be isolated, like we do for other settings where people would all be tested, and we would have a plan for managing that individual. And there was the possibility, of course, and this is, I think, what the NHL was most concerned about, if people do test positive once they're in that bubble, that could affect the entire tournament. So there was provisions for what would happen with that. And as I've said, we're figuring these things out as we go, and we're modifying them as we see things in our community, as we're moving, as we're looking at the levels of transmission in our community. So we will continue to monitor this, and we'll see what happens. And I think, it would be the amount of time and effort that was put into developing a safe proposal, I was impressed with.